Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking, how do you know someone has high vibrations? I think it is almost kind of like silly to be talking about this, but there are some key ways to know someone has high vibrations. And I will tell you, the first one is how you feel about you. When you are around that person, how do you feel about you? How do you feel? How are they talking about you? How are they talking about other people? Really listening to the words that they're kind of talking about. Someone who has low vibrations is going to be the complete opposite. You're going to feel bad when you're around them, and you're almost like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this negative talk anymore. But a positive person is just going to be very positive and talk about really, oh, this is my friend and she's the best and she loves to do this, or he really, really loves gardening, and oh, he's the best gardener in the world, and all of that kind of energy. They're going to be throwing that at you, kind of like talking about everybody else in the most positive way. Next is they're very sympathetic. They love hearing other people's story and kind of like, how did it suit them, or how did it work for them. They're going to be talking about kind of like the energy of your words. They're going to be talking about kind of like the feeling in your words. Like, oh, I could just feel her sadness. I could feel her happiness in what she was telling me. So they're going to be talking about that. Next, they really love being creative. And they have almost like a shotgun style energy burst of ideas and inspiration. They'll be like, why don't you try this? And why don't you try this? Or, oh, you can even do this and this and this. And they're going to give you like boom, 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 almost like rapid fire of like, oh, these are the ideas and inspiration that you could do. One of the things you'll always notice around them is that they always have this very emotionally balanced energy. They're never like crazy high or crazy low. They're always kind of like floating in the middle of this really high energy, high ideas. You're going to feel that emotional balance around them. You will feel connected when you're around them. You're going to feel kind of like, wow, they're really connected to me and they're really listening. They're going to be like blinders on when you're telling them a story. They're like, I'm listening just to you. I just want to hear your story. And that's how you know they have this really high vibration. They're going to be really listening to what you're saying. They're really going to be listening. One of the things is you'll always notice they have this really great sense of humor towards life. And they're always going to be laughing and giggling and kind of not taking life too seriously, but really having a good time. Like, oh my gosh, I tell you this joke I just heard. You're going to see that all the time. You will feel tons of gratitude if you do something for them. Even if you hold the chair for them while they sit down, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, so thank you. You're going to feel that thankfulness. You're not just going to hear their words. You're going to feel that thankfulness from them. One of the things is when you see them, they're always going to be laughing or smiling or giggling. It's the way it is. You're going to be laughing, smiling, and giggling when you're around them. You will see them, even if they get disappointed, I guarantee it won't last more than a couple of minutes, and then they'll zoom right back up. So even if they have a car accident or something like that, and it's like their car is totaled and blah, 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 they'll be like, well, maybe it was just meant for me to get a new car, or maybe I just need to walk for a while. And they're kind of go with the flow kind of people, kind of no matter what's going on, they're going to be going with the flow and really happy. One of the weird things is they don't really require things to make them happy. They could just sit quietly and watch the birds or watch the trees or the flowers. You're going to feel that so much from them. You're just going to feel like they just don't need anything to be happy. You're just going to feel this over and over again. This, we're feeling happy. We're feeling joyful about what's going on. And you're going to feel that no matter where you are around them. One of the things is they often not only nurture others, but they also nurture themselves. So you're going to feel them like, well, I just took some time off, or I took a nap today, and now I feel so much better. What can I do for you? Sorry, I missed your phone call. You're going to feel that high vibration around them. You're going to see a lot of kind of things that just like click for them, kind of the synchronicity with things. You're going to see like, wow, the person just pulled out and they got front row parking at their grocery store, whatever it is. Or you're going to see them like their favorite table is like, oh, let me just clean it up, and the people just left. So it's kind of like this synchronicity of things just like in flow around them. kind of, you don't really see them talking about the past very much. I will say most of the time they're kind of like in that present energy. And it's one of those, usually they feel very healthy and strong, and they're going to talk about that, like, wow, yeah, I feel really strong today, or I worked out today. And you're going to hear this like positivity coming out of them. One of the things is you're going to see them not only forgiving themselves, but forgiving other people pretty easily. Even if it's something you're going, wow, I can't believe they're getting forgiven over that, you know, kind of thing. It's like, wow, that's really, they're just kind of like, I'm not hanging on to it. I may not give them that loyalty again, but I'm going to forgive them this time and put them in a different category. They have a lot of patience around people, and kind of many opportunities just kind of like open up for them because they have that patience. Like, I'm not like rush. It's just kind of like whatever comes to me, and it's the way it's meant to be. You're going to see a lot of things like just like literally open in front of them, kind of like many different things or opportunities. Like they got set right next to so-and-so, and they had really good energy, and now they know this person and got their business card, and now they have this connection into this company that you wanted. It's kind of really that that kind of amazing energy. I will say they're also kind of highly intuitive. They're going to use feelings or words like, I have a gut feeling this is going to be good, or I have a gut feeling we should try this store over here, or I have a gut feeling we shouldn't go to that restaurant, we should go to this one. And I guarantee you it's just going to flow around them. One of the things is you're going to notice like kind of the movies or kind of the songs that they listen to. I wouldn't say they all are very, like Christian, inspirational kind of music, but they're always upbeat music, always upbeat TV shows and movies that they're watching. You're going to see them kind of really open up to things. Like, I'll be interested to watch this. They very rarely watch like horror flicks or listen to music or songs that are always like bashing other people or kind of putting other people down. You're going to see that really high vibration around them. So that's kind of like a great way to know that they have a really high vibration. I will say that they also kind of like find their calling in life usually pretty early. Even if they don't act on it, you will see that. And they usually are kind of almost like a pillar to their, if it's not their family, it's their group friends. You're going to see them kind of opening up to that. Like, oh, these are my family friends, and they're always going to have time and availability for you. So let's pull some angel cards and give us a little bit deeper insight into all things high vibration. The first one is celebration. They celebrate no matter what is going on. If it's your birthday, their birthday, or the person next to them's birthday, they're having a great time. They're going to be joining in on the birthday song. They're going to be celebrating with them. They're going to do something to celebrate everybody. They are not only a blessing to themselves, but they're a blessing to everybody else around them, because when you are around them, you're going to feel that high vibration of like, oh my gosh, they have such an amazing energy and insight into life. So everybody kind of wants to be around them. Freedom. They have the freedom to kind of hold on to the past, and I guarantee you the freedom is let it go. Not that they don't work on it or they don't kind of bring things to a healed state, but I guarantee they're not living back there. So many times when people don't have this, they kind of like, way back when in 19 whatever, blah, 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 this happened to me. And that's not a high vibration person. They're telling you a story like, hey, when I was a kid, this happened to me. It's going to have like an upbeat music or kind of like tone to it. It's going to be all about something that great that happened that's kind of going to go right along with what you're talking about. Next, support. I think they always feel supported on the other side. High vibration people really feel supported by their angels and guides, their guardian angels. They are really always talking to their angels and guides about kind of what's coming up next or how things are happening for them. So they're always in communication. Trust. They just naturally trust that things are going to work out in their favor. They naturally trust that things are going to come to their full fruition, that everything is going to kind of, all the doors are going to open, they're going to get all the green lights. And if they don't, they're like, oh, it's okay, it's not a problem. But they always just trust that things are going to flow the way they're supposed to. Power. Power is in their energy, because when you have high vibration, you bring in other people that have high vibrations to you, and you bring in more, kind of like people just gift you things, just offer you things out of the blue. And so you're kind of like, okay, thanks. That's awesome. soulmates, I guarantee their soulmates may not have as high vibration as they do, but they also have a high vibration. Maybe not as high, but just as high, almost up there. That's the best way to know it. And what they focus on, they get. If they're like, oh my gosh, I just feel like we need to do this, and then it all falls into place around them, and you're like, oh my gosh, how did that happen? It's because their focus, their intention was on bringing in this amazing energy, not only for them, but everybody who's around them. And they're so grateful for things that things just kind of really just flow at them. That's the way to know someone has a really high vibration. I thank you for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.